Before we get started, I feel like you didn't get to respond to Darius, who was talking about your All-Star performance last year at the three-point contest.
Oh.
Was there anything that you wanted to say before we started here?
I let Sam down, so hopefully he doesn't do the same thing. There's a lot going on. It's an LED court. The wind was blowing in the football stadium. There was a lot of obstacles I had to overcome. It's all right, though. It happens. So hopefully, I have no doubt he'll be better than my performance for sure.
That was nice. Yeah, that was very nice. For tonight's game, finally getting to be in a lineup with DeAndre, like obviously that's difficult to do mid-season, but how did you feel like that started to go?
I think it was great. I think for him to come in and we just kept it simple on offense. Defensively, you saw the impact he has. We're guarding one of the best players in the NBA, making it tough for him to start the game. I think he started off 2 of 10, 2 of 11, turnovers, different things, just from his activity, us being in the gaps. It sets a tone, when he's up there pressuring the ball, we're all in the gaps, we're all doing our thing. That's what that's what he brings, And obviously on the offensive end, continuing to find his spots and being aggressive and different things. So, for the first game, it's definitely great to have him, and we're excited because it's something we continue to build with and get better.
What mental headspace were you in the fourth quarter when, you're calling out certain switches and you're just going off?
Is this going to be on the mic'd up episode? Is that why you're asking this question? That's actually impressive. I hope I didn't say anything too crazy. No, I just liked what I saw. Just got downhill and made the right play. That's all it is.
Defense player of the year is what you saw and what you liked?
Yeah, it's just friendly banter back and forth. I would have done it to Joe, but Joe was in and out, yeah.
Also, talking about a lot of the defensive effort that you guys had tonight, Kenny talked about how you guys consistently switch up what you guys do for looks and boxing one, all these different things. One, how difficult is that to continue to switch defensive pressures, but also how is that going to help you guys in the playoffs?
I think you asked me this earlier. I think our defensive rating had went down to like 12th or whatever it was, and somebody asked me, am I worried? It's because we're doing so many different things. I think the biggest thing to challenge now, and I've challenged everybody, is like we have to communicate. There was one play where I thought, DG was going to take the ball. I should have stayed on the ball. Rob Dillingham gets a layup. Craig has a miscommunication with Jay and hits a three. I have a miscommunication with Jalen and hits a three. Those are the things we got to clean against Boston. A few of those where they're getting slips. So, that's the biggest thing. And this is what we're using the regular season for. Obviously, we're playing to win, but we're playing to figure things out and grow. When you haven't done something, we don't practice as much. We have to figure out ways to try it. So there are going to be times where it looks rough. There's going to be times where we mess things up. But it's like, how do we respond and how do we fix it? And then we cleaned up as the game progressed. But it's definitely something that we're going to use to our advantage. We have the size. We have speed. We have lettuce. We have different things. So got to be able to find ways to use it, throw different looks. But it's just part of what we do, but also being who we are on the defensive end as well.
To that point, Kenny was saying he wants more communication from Jared and Evan as the quarterbacks of the defense. How would you assess where they are in that journey?
It's tough because, it's not their nature. They're quiet human beings, so you're asking them to do something that they're not necessarily always comfortable with, but I think they're doing a pretty good job. I think they can be better, and I've told them that, and I've challenged them with that. Not to say they're doing a bad job, but be louder. Not that they're not communicating, but be louder, scream it. I think that's something that, that's just the next progression, the next step. And then on the flip side, when they're on the perimeter, us guards have to do the same thing to them. If the side's filled or there's a clean corner, there's nobody in the corner, send it to the middle. We have all your help over here. Letting them know, hey, I've dropped. You know what I mean? I said it a few times tonight, hey, I've just dropped. Just go ahead, go to the rim. I'll take the wing. The same thing on the flip side. They got to tell us, hey, screen coming on the right, coming on the left, different things. So it's a challenge. Those are the challenges you kind of go through when I say habits and different things like that. Those are the things you'd like to see as the game progresses. And tonight was a step, and we got to continue to do it on a nightly basis.
You talked about Evans playing with more assertiveness, as a player. How can that translate to more assertiveness as a communicator?
I think, when you're comfortable, you're seeing the ball go in, or you're getting touches, or you're in the paint making plays, you're comfortable. You're feeling, better. I think the biggest thing is now, even when you're uncomfortable, you have to be able to go ahead. Like maybe if the shot's not falling or you haven't gotten a few touches. And I'm not saying that that's a selfish thing. It's natural. We're all humans. We're all basketball players. When you see the ball go through, you're active. You're more assertive. You're different things. So for us and for them, you know, the biggest challenge is like, hey, let's talk. You know, let's overly talk. Even if it's screaming. I tell them I don't give a damn if you scream anything. Like you can just scream your name out loud. Just say something that way you're continually working on it. That's their next step. They're damn near perfect. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're tall, they can guard the perimeter, they can block shots. So, like, the next thing is just doing that. And I think that's they've taken it upon themselves to go ahead and do it, but it's also our job as teammates to push them, and it's also their job to push us, which is, I think, what you're starting to see, especially with Ev, you know, taking this step as well.
In the early days of integrating DeAndre, for you, what's most important to learn about him and his game?
Where he's comfortable. I mean, I think I've watched a bunch of film on where he likes the ball, what plays, but the biggest thing is getting him to know where to be and before we can start putting in things that he likes, you know what I mean? But like, okay, hey, we're running this out of bounds play. This is where you are. Okay, cool. You like coming off to your left hand. You like coming off to your right hand. Do you like post-ups? All right, cool. You want to shoot a mid-range here? Like, all right, are we setting a pistol screen? Are you rolling or are you a popper? Are you flipping the screen? Like, there's so many different things that he has to figure out within us, which each of us. So I think being able to pair, you know, myself with him in the lineup, you know, or as DG in the lineup, being able to figure out, okay, this is where he can be effective, we can be effective, and we can all take that step as a group. But for coming in his first game, it's definitely, you know, positive. He's a thinker. He's played with Quinn Snyder, which obviously I've played with Quinn for 5 years, so we know the same terminology, same lingo, same schemes, different things. So I have no doubt we'll definitely get adjusted quickly.
Darius, these are games like that are really easy to slip, right? I mean, you got All-Star on the horizon, yet you come out 16-0 and beat them by over 20. How'd you guys just maintain that focus?
That's a good team over there. Ant started making some shots, so we had to lock in a little bit on the defensive side of the ball. And, just stay with it. Was competing at a high level for 4 quarters, 48 minutes, so that was really good to see.
What did you make of another great performance by Evan on both sides? I mean, his fingerprints were all over this game.
Yeah, that's what All-Stars do. So we expect it from him now. That was a unicorn that we always like to see. And hopefully keep this thing going.
Ty said since he's already an All-Star, now he wants to campaign for him to be Most Improved Player. Thoughts?
I like the campaign. Most Improved. I'm saying Defensive Player of the Year, either him or Jarrett. But yeah, I mean, all the awards needs to be coming our way, man. You know, one of the best teams in the league with 3 All-Stars, should be 4 All-Stars. So yeah, Most Improved, Defensive Player of the Year, first-time All-Star. That'd be a good resume for his 4th year or 3rd year in the league.
Check them all off, right? First minutes on the court with DeAndre. How was it? Just feeling his game out and implementing him in the system.
Yeah, he fits in great. He was doing really well on AE, on the ball, just being aggressive, using his length. On the offensive end, he's always running. A great catch-and-shoot guy. He spaces the floor really well. Super aggressive, so we love that for him.
What are you trying to learn about Ty in the early days? Or DeAndre, excuse me, in the early days?
I know my boy Ty. No, Dre, me and Dre had some interactions before. I just seen a tweet. We was on like Jimmy Fallon together. That was super cool. We played rock, paper, scissors. I think I won. But yeah, I mean, Dre is super cool. Basketball player. He's super athletic, great floor spacer. And he knows the game really well, so that's going to help us in the long run. And yeah, I think he's gonna be great for us.
What are the challenges for you offensively, running what you guys are doing with incorporating your teammate on that end of the floor?
I mean, it's mostly just concepts. We just playing basketball out there just freely, so I think it'd be pretty easy for him to just jump in and just roll with the punches.
I wanted to ask you about a pregame moment that you had with that little boy.
Yeah.
What was that like for you to be able to make his day? He said he spent his whole life as your best friend and your biggest fan.
Yeah, it was super cool. He put a smile on my face, so it was dope just to see a little guy with my jersey on like that. And we was having like a little conversation, so it was cool. It was fun. But he definitely made my day for sure.
Did you make a new best friend?
I made a new best friend. That's my dog. Not Moondog though.
There's All-Star roster came out. I just want to get your thoughts on being on the same team as Evan, and also your thoughts on your GM Kenny.
I'm super excited to play with my dog. I keep saying dog, like my little brother, little big brother. Yeah, it's gonna be great playing with my little big brother, man. It's gonna be fun playing with Kenny. So yeah, I'm excited for Sunday. Can't wait.
Also, have you worked on the three-point contest? How do you feel about it? Are you nervous? Hopefully you do better than your teammate the past 2 times he did it.
I seen a tweet about that, bro.
Somebody tweeted that?
Yeah, I was gonna send it to you, but I was like, and then, but you know what was crazy though? You was repping Sam, so
I put the jersey on.
that's what I'm saying.
So that's why I'm a little insecure about that. I was really messed up over that. I let Sam down.
Yeah, you did.
So you got to wear his jersey.
No. I'll let myself down if I do bad. If I wear my jersey. No, you just no. You just said that you were.
Honestly, yeah, the TT might be fired.
You don't shoot threes, fam.
39%. He shot that 39%
When?
that one year. We seen it on film. He shot 39%. Johnny B. It was like 9 and 13.
Oh yeah, that's when you was flipping it, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
the one he shot from half court in Philly, remember?
Yo, that was. I was hot. I'm right there looking for the ball. You spin move. You dropped Ben Simmons, but you switch hands. You was shooting threes with your right hand, and you shot the half court shot with your left. Yeah, that was wicked. Yeah, that was wicked. Facts. Yo, shout out.
Ty, you said this morning that these are the games that are really easy to let slip, right? Like right before All-Star, you guys come out 16-0 and beat them by over 20. Like, how'd you have that focus?
I think the starting unit did a great job defensively. Dre fit in seamlessly on that end. Looked great. Don, DG set the tone. Evan J were phenomenal. And when they start the game like that defensively, we get out to a big lead and go from there. I think in the second half. Oh, sorry. In the second half and to the end of the first half, there's a little slippage defensively, and obviously, we gotta just tighten up. Not to be a downer, but if we're gonna get to where we want to go, we gotta be good for 48 minutes constantly. So, but yeah, overall it was good.
That's kind of been the focus that we've talked about the past 24 hours is just those details defensively. What did you learn, though, about if you start the game, set the tone defensively that way, how much easier it is to kind of shape how the game goes?
Yeah, you just set the tone from the jump, and you let the other team know, like, you're not going to get to your spots easy. You're going to feel it for 48. So setting the tone is everything, especially against a team like that.
When you look at what Evan Mobley was able to do tonight, on both ends, offensively and defensively, I mean, yeah, you're shaking your head. I mean, talk about him as a two-way player.
We've been saying it all year, you know what I mean? He's just, at this point, he needs to get most improved player, too. We can start that propaganda now. First it was all-star, he got that. Now it's time for him to get most improved. Because his game, he's a different player from last year to this year. His strength, his ability to shoot the basketball from deep, he's going to the basket one-on-one, he's pushing the ball off rebounds, he's obviously still blocking everything. And you can go on and on. I mean, he's the heart of our team for sure.
Saw some smiles out there when you were sharing the court with your buddy DeAndre. Just talk to us about what it was like to acclimate him and have him on the court with you again for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, it's moments like that are special. From college, we came in together, did 3 years together, won a championship together, and then, we took every class but one, literally, for 3 years. And, we talk about, imagine if we could team up, and then for it to happen organically and naturally is pretty cool. And, as you see, he's going to help us tremendously. Tonight, I'm not sure exactly what he shot, but, he left some on the table, but defensively you saw his impact right away. His ability to guard the ball, be switchable, be versatile, and, offensively you guys, everyone knows what he's capable of.